Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the 2026 Genesis GV70 3.5T Sport Prestige. As with all of my reviews, I'm going to cover all of the ins and outs and take this thing on a thorough drive. Of course, there's a whole lot of stuff to cover, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start her up and let her run. The Genesis GV70 is a compact luxury SUV that balances bold design, refined craftsmanship, and engaging performance. As Genesis's most popular model in North America, first launched for the 2022 model year, the GV70 has evolved for 2026 with a series of thoughtful updates that elevate its presence in a crowded luxury segment. While it shares some family DNA with the larger GV80, the GV70 distinguishes itself through a more agile footprint, sportier stance, and a cabin that feels both intimate and premium without sacrificing practicality, making it highly competitive with rival SUVs in its class such as the BMW X3, Audi Q5, and the Mercedes-Benz GLC. The exterior updates for 2026 further strengthen the GV70's athletic elegance identity. Up front, a redesigned G-Matrix crest grille anchors the bold face, flanked by the signature twin-lined quad headlamps, now enhanced with micro-lens array technology for sharper illumination and a more distinctive presence. The front fascia has been made even more commanding with a bolder skid plate and extended intake grills, complementing the sculpted clamshell hood. At the rear, the taillights feature the ultra-thin signature two lines of the quad lamps that wrap around the quarters, while the reverse lights are in the bumper, helping to achieve exceptionally clean, pure forms. The rear also features a number of subtle design details, including a G-Matrix pattern in the lower fascia, a unique vertical-shaped muffler, and a gloss black diffuser that accentuate the GV70's dynamic look. The GV70's side profile highlights its dynamic coupe-like silhouette. A sweeping parabolic line begins at the top of the quad lamps and flows across the rear quarters, emphasizing motion even when it's stationary. The chrome accent dropping to the C-pillar and the available 19 and 21-inch wheels for 2026 further reinforce the athletic stance. Inside, the GV70 impresses with a combination of technology, craftsmanship, and thoughtful passenger-focused features. The all-new 27-inch OLED display integrates the gauge cluster and infotainment system into one sweeping horizontal layout that offers a clean, futuristic interface. Enhanced voice recognition, over-the-air software updates, Genesis Digital Key, Smart Key, and Terrain Mode expand functionality, while available Bang & Olufsen surround sound with Baosonic technology elevates the in-cabin audio experience. The cabin is further enhanced by adjustable ambient lighting, which extends across the doors, creating a refined and inviting environment. A number of additional chassis and powertrain enhancements improve the way the GV70 hits the road for 2026 and make it even more capable than before. For 2026, there are 6 trims across 2 engines. A 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder generating 300 horsepower, and a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 producing 375 horsepower with all-wheel drive standard across the board. 4 4-cylinder trims range from $50,480 to $61,290, while the V6 Sport Advanced and the Sport Prestige trims start at $65,910 and $72,590 respectively, all including destination. The sport trims distinguish themselves with more aggressive fascia designs, pronounced exhaust outlets, dark chrome trim, unique wheels, and dark chrome roof rails. 9 exterior colors are offered, including a striking dark gray matte finish and the color you see here called Series Blue, a $650 edition inspired by the dwarf planet between Mars and Jupiter. Interior color combinations offer up to 4 unique choices depending on the exterior paint. Accessories such as side steps, a tow hitch, roof rack crossbars, all-weather floor liners, and illuminated door scuff plates allow for further customization. This particular 3.5T Sport Prestige comes to $73,240, with only the paint and an NFC card as optional extras. Compared with competitors like the BMW X3, Audi Q5, and the Mercedes-Benz GLC, the GV70 stands out for its combination of bold design, cutting-edge technology, and premium interior touches, all while maintaining a compelling value proposition. The GV70 is offered with either 19-inch or 21-inch alloy wheels, depending on the trim. Shown here are the 21-inch wheels, which come wrapped in 255/40 all-season tires. They're exclusive to the Sport Prestige trim regardless of which engine you have. The 5-spoke design gives a great view of the brakes and Genesis branded calipers. The wheels are finished in dark gray metallic paint with black hashmark accents. Beneath the cargo floor, a compact temporary spare tire is included for emergencies. Stopping power is handled by large 4-wheel internally ventilated disc brakes. Up front, all models feature stout 14.2-inch rotors paired with 4 piston calipers, while the rear setup varies. 4-cylinder trims use 12.8-inch rotors with single piston calipers, but an upgraded 13.6-inch setup is available and standard with V6 models. Across the board, the system incorporates a comprehensive ABS program, an electronic brake booster, and an electronic parking brake with selectable automatic vehicle hold. I found the brakes to be excellent. Pedal feel is progressive, tip-in is smooth, and the response is immediate without being grabby. You can even tailor brake sensitivity in the infotainment system by switching between comfort and sport, so you can dial it up for back road runs or keep it softer for daily commuting. Underpinning the GV70 is a fully independent suspension with a McPherson multi-link design up front and a multi-link layout in the rear. On the road, the tuning strikes a great balance between comfort and control even on the larger 21-inch wheels. 4-cylinder models ride on a simpler setup with more traditional style shocks, while V6 trims add an electronically controlled suspension with road preview. This system scans the road ahead and preemptively adjusts the shocks to absorb imperfections like patchy pavement. For 2026, highway body motion control has been added, which manages damping forces under acceleration and braking, helping keep the body flatter and more composed when merging or coming to a hard stop. The available electronically controlled mechanical limited slip differential on V6 models also makes a difference in confidence when pushing harder through corners or on slick roads. Steering is managed through an electronic, power-assisted rack and pinion system with the motor mounted directly to the rack. The base ratio is 13.9 to 1, but thanks to the variable gear ratio design, steering effort adjusts with speed. Around town, the wheel is lighter, so it's easier to twirl into tight spots. At highway speeds, it firms up nicely and offers a great degree of precision. Genesis also retuned the column damper this year to reduce kickback. With 2.6 turns lock to lock and a 37.7-foot turning circle, maneuverability is right where you'd expect for a compact luxury SUV. Overall, I thought the steering felt natural, easygoing in comfort mode but nicely weighted and responsive in sport mode. The steering wheel itself is beautifully finished, with a leather-wrapped 3-spoke design that includes perforated sections, grips at 10 and 2, accent stitching, and even a leather-wrapped airbag cover. It's heated, power-adjustable for tilt and reach, and filled with intuitive controls for audio, driver assistance, phone, and cluster settings. The new 27-inch OLED instrument cluster stretches seamlessly across the dash, and it's one of my favorite elements of the cabin. I liked being able to toggle to a full-width navigation layout, which leaves just a single dial on the left, or switch between analog style and digital instruments depending on my mood. The blind spot view cameras that appear automatically when you signal are another feature I used constantly. They make lane changes effortless without needing to look away from the road. You can also tie gauge layouts to the drive modes, which is a nice touch. The head-up display on the Sport Prestige is equally handy, keeping things like turn-by-turn directions, blind spot alerts, and even audio info right in your line of sight. Taken together, the GV70 feels as polished dynamically as it looks. The suspension delivers excellent ride comfort without feeling floaty, and with the V6 setup in particular, it stays flat and composed in corners. Steering is quick and precise but never twitchy, making it easy to place it exactly where you want it. Braking performance is equally strong with no fade or inconsistency even after repeated hard stops. In my time with it, I came away impressed with how well the GV70 balances its luxury-oriented comfort with genuinely engaging handling and performance. It feels like a proper driver's SUV without sacrificing the refinement you'd expect in this class. The GV70 offers two engines, each catering to a different type of driver. Standard power comes from a 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that produces a healthy 300 horsepower at 5,800 RPM and 311 pound-feet of torque from 1,650 to 4,000 RPM. It's a smooth, more economical engine that provides plenty of punch for everyday driving. Optional is the 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V6 we have here, and it's the one you'll want if performance is high on your list. With 375 horsepower at 5,800 RPM and 391 pound-feet of torque spread broadly between 1,300 and 4,500 RPM, it transforms the GV70 into one of the quicker SUVs in its class. Accelerating from 0 to 60 miles an hour takes about 5 seconds. There's plenty of thrust off the line, strong mid-range pull, and very little turbo lag. Both engines use an advanced design, aluminum blocks and heads, dual overhead cams with 4 valves per cylinder, and a combination of port and direct fuel injection for efficiency and responsiveness. Compression ratios are 10.5 to 1 for the 4-cylinder and 11 to 1 for the V6. The result is strong performance across the board without sacrificing refinement. Even under load, both engines remain impressively quiet, though if you want a little more excitement, Genesis fits an active sound design system. It pipes enhanced engine notes through the speakers and can be adjusted or turned off in the infotainment system. With the V6 specifically, the effect is surprisingly natural, adding a throaty, aggressive tone that matches the performance. An 8-speed automatic transmission is paired with both engines, sending power to all 4 wheels through a standard all-wheel drive system. Genesis uses a shift-by-wire rotary dial in the center console, finished with a crystal-like base that feels premium to the touch. Rotate it to select drive or reverse, hold halfway for neutral, and press the button on top for park. It takes a little getting used to if you're coming from a traditional shifter, but it quickly becomes second nature. Paddle shifters mounted on the steering wheel allow manual control, and in practice, the transmission is quick to respond, holding gears smartly in Sport and Sport Plus modes while still being silky smooth in comfort. Downshifts are crisp and well-timed. Drive mode selection lets you tailor the GV70's personality. On-road settings include Eco, Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, and My Mode. My Mode is particularly useful, allowing you to customize steering effort, suspension tuning, and a powertrain response independently. There's also a smart setting within the powertrain menu, which automatically adapts throttle and transmission behavior to your driving style in real time. Subtle when you're relaxed, sharp when you get aggressive. For 2026, Genesis has also expanded with terrain modes including snow, mud, and sand settings. These optimize the all-wheel drive system for varying grip levels and are paired with a new graphics menu in the infotainment system that shows real-time torque distribution, pitch and roll, compass direction, and elevation. A neat visual touch that makes the system feel more engaging. Out on the road, the GV70 is impressively refined. Noise levels are extremely low at highway speeds thanks to extensive soundproofing, but it can still deliver a rewarding drive when you dial up the sportier modes. The steering feels accurate and well-weighted, body motions are well controlled, and the all-wheel drive system puts power down confidently in all conditions. The V6 in particular makes the GV70 quite quick and effortless whether around town or on the highway. Fuel economy is reasonable given the performance on offer. The V6 is rated at 18 miles per gallon city and 25 miles per gallon highway, and in my testing I averaged about 21 miles per gallon over a week of mixed driving. The 4-cylinder, equipped with 21-inch wheels, is rated at 20 city and 26 highway for a combined 22 miles per gallon, with slightly better numbers if you stick with the standard 19-inch wheels. Both engines require premium fuel, and the 17.4-gallon tank provides solid range between fill-ups. The GV70's interior design blends elegant minimalism with a distinctly sporty personality. Inspired by the Korean architectural philosophy of the beauty of white space, the cabin emphasizes clean shapes and flowing surfaces. Much of the layout takes cues from aircraft wing cross-sections, with elliptical design elements used throughout to create a sense of volume and motion. The most striking update is the switch from separate instrument cluster and infotainment displays. The new 27-inch seamless OLED display combines the two in a visually appealing and highly functional setup. New customizable ambient lighting highlights the GV70's unique character. The slim air vents and the thin chrome line cutting through to the doors surround the driver to expand the impression of a wide and neat space. It maximizes driving comfort with an ergonomic design while minimizing the number of buttons. Depending on the exterior color, you have up to 4 rich interior colors to choose from: obsidian black, vanilla beige, Sevilla red, and ultramarine blue. All of the interiors, aside from the red, feature distinct orange accent stitching throughout and orange seatbelts. The ultramarine blue with the orange details is so pretty in person. It reminds me of what you'd more likely see in bespoke, high-end luxury brands. The overall fit and finish is absolutely phenomenal, and the materials are some of the best I've seen in this class of vehicle. Leather seating upholstery comes standard in the Sport Advanced, while the Sport Prestige upgrades to more supple Nappa leather. Supple leatherette upholstery wraps the upper instrument panel in the Sport Advanced and the Sport Prestige, while the latter also adds unique carbon fiber trim to the doors and center console and a microfiber suede headliner. A large panoramic sunroof is standard. Pretty much every surface within reach is padded or finished with a high degree of quality. The doors close with a soft, quiet thud, and the windows slow before going fully up or down to prevent a thud at its extremes. The Sport Advanced benefits from acoustic laminated glass for the windshield and front side windows, while the Sport Prestige adds the rear side windows as well. Both front seats feature full power adjustment along with 4-way power lumbar. The driver's seat gets extra adjustments, including a power thigh extender and adjustable side bolsters, as well as an ergo motion feature that offers massage and smart posture assist. 2-position memory is included for the driver's seat. The seats are firm and sporty but highly comfortable. In-depth front seat controls can be found within the infotainment system, which also includes the ability to easily adjust the passenger seat if needed. Partly thanks to a plethora of noise cancellation tech, the GV70's interior is whisper quiet. It uses frequency detectors in the headliner, 4 accelerometers in the body, and 2 sound dampers in the tailgate to reduce booming and offset unpleasant ambient noise frequencies at highway speeds. When equipped with the larger 21-inch wheels, Genesis also fits resonators to quell tire noise. Numerous convenience features have been added for 2026 to elevate the in-cabin experience for both the driver and passengers. Enhanced voice recognition controls allow the driver to easily control vehicle functions like HVAC settings, window position, and more. Improved over-the-air update capabilities ensure that the vehicle has the latest features and capabilities available. The GV70 is also available with Digital Key, which lets an owner seamlessly access, control, manage, and customize their vehicle. And Smart Key has been extended to the second row, making it easier to access. The available Bang & Olufsen surround sound system with Baosonic technology provides rich, immersive sounds throughout 16 speakers. It's properly powerful and shows just how well the interior is insulated and put together. No rattles, no shakes, just clean, solid music and bass. Triple zone fully automatic climate control is standard on the Sport Prestige and delivers improved cabin comfort for the driver and all passengers. While I normally prefer analog controls, the digital control panel in the center console is pretty straightforward and responsive, with a premium styled interface that complements the cleanliness of the interior. There's a pair of dials for temperature adjustment and a few standout touch buttons for commonly used things like defrost, recycling, automatic mode, and temperature sync. The control panel is also where you toggle the front seat heating, ventilating, and the heated steering wheel. The climate control system can also be operated from the infotainment system, offering all of the same adjustments as the digital panel in the center console. Storage space up front is plentiful, beginning with the center console, which features two large cup holders and a covered compartment at the rear that houses a 12-volt power outlet and two USB-C ports. A relocated wireless charging location allows for easier access to personal devices. The spacious glove box has a lockable lid, and there are two big door bins with bottle holders. The new infotainment system is a very similar interface to one used in many of the latest Hyundai vehicles. The menu structures and general standout features are the same, however, it's been polished up to such a degree that, while it's all familiar, it's even more satisfying to use. With the seamless design of the wide panel display, the navigation map is able to stretch across the full width, giving you an incredible look at all of the roads around you. Only the right side of the display is able to respond to touch. It's a capacitive touch interface just like a smartphone, and it's a low glare display, which makes it easier to see and use in bright sun, all while minimizing visible fingerprints. The system runs Google-powered navigation as standard, supported by a wide range of media features including AM/FM radio, Sirius-XM satellite radio, Bluetooth streaming, USB music and video, and both wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Additionally, there's a Sounds of Nature program which lets you select from a variety of ambient soundscapes to transform the cabin into a peaceful retreat. The infotainment suite extends further with useful extras like HD radio data, which includes real-time traffic data, fuel prices, and Doppler radar, and a Genesis Connected Services suite, which includes live weather forecasts, sports updates, diagnostics, and maintenance. Vehicle personalization is extensive, with deep menus that let you tailor everything from an easy entry-exit driver's seat to ambient lighting. A valet mode is included along with a quiet mode. The latter plays audio only in the front seats and at a lower volume, ideal if you have sleeping rear passengers or children. Genesis has equipped the GV70 with a broad range of technologies designed to protect passengers and prevent accidents, combining proactive driver assistance with advanced structural safety. New for this year are steering wheel hands-on detection, improved lane following assist, and an upgraded remote smart parking assist system that now handles forward to back, parallel, and diagonal parking. Highway Driving Assist 2 makes long drives easier by helping control steering, responding to slow cut-ins, and even initiating lane changes when the turn signal is activated. Intelligent Speed Limit Assist automatically adjusts vehicle speed to posted limits using either navigation data or traffic sign recognition via the front camera. Navigation-based Smart Cruise Control adds further precision, reducing speed when approaching curves. Core collision avoidance tech is extensive. Forward collision avoidance assist can detect vehicles, pedestrians, and cyclists, including cross-traffic at intersections, and applying braking if needed. Blind spot collision avoidance assist intervenes during unsafe lane changes or when pulling out of a parallel space, while blind spot view monitors project live camera feeds into the instrument cluster when the turn signal is engaged. Driver attention warning and forward attention warning help combat fatigue and distraction, issuing alerts when the system detects inattention. An advanced rear occupant alert uses radar to monitor the back seats, while a fingerprint authentication system adds secure, personalized access. A 360-degree surround view monitor and parking sensors, including rear standard, front available, make low-speed maneuvering easier and safer. Passive safety is just as comprehensive. Every GV70 includes driver and front passenger airbags, a driver knee airbag, a front center side airbag, seat-mounted side airbags, and curtain airbags covering both rows. The body structure uses ultra-high tensile steel and hot-stamped reinforcements in critical areas, while aluminum panels for the hood and tailgate help reduce weight. Reinforced underbody and side structures distribute crash forces through multiple load paths to help preserve cabin integrity. Seatbelt systems feature front pretensioners, rear center 3-point belts, adjustable front anchors, child safety locks, and latch anchors with tethers for child seats. The GV70's rear seat is both spacious and exceptionally well appointed, especially in the Sport Prestige trim, which adds the Napa leather upholstery, heated outboard second row seats, and manual rear door sunshades. Everything has a high quality feel, from the soft touch materials to the precise fit of the trim elements. In terms of dimensions, rear legroom measures approximately 37.2 inches, headroom around 39.1 inches, and shoulder room 56.9 inches. This provides a comfortable fit for adults, even if the space is slightly more compact than what you would get in the larger GV80. At 5 foot 10 inches, I found the seating ample, with plenty of head and legroom to spare. If the middle seat isn't in use, a soft padded armrest folds down to reveal 2 cup holders, while all 3 headrests are adjustable for optimal comfort. The center headrest is slightly smaller to improve rearward visibility, and overhead you'll find grab handles, coat hooks, and LED reading lamps. Additional hooks are integrated into the B-pillars, and ambient LED lighting extends across the rear doors, creating a sophisticated atmosphere. Each rear door also features individual central locking controls for convenience. The panoramic sunroof brings in plenty of natural light, while its deep tinted glass keeps the cabin from overheating. Functionality is just as impressive as comfort. The back of the center console houses a digital control panel for rear climate settings and the heated seats, giving passengers easy access without relying on the front controls. Storage includes nets on the backs of the front seats and lower door pockets with bottle holders. At the base of the center console, you'll find a 115-volt AC power outlet and 2 USB-C outlets for charging devices, ensuring everyone can stay connected on longer trips. The rear seat itself is designed for comfort and support, with a naturally raked backrest that promotes relaxation. The backrest can recline further, perfect for long journeys. A particularly clever feature is the ability to power adjust the passenger seat from the rear, which essentially acts as a chauffeur tool. If the front passenger seat is unoccupied, you can push it forward and rake it to maximize your rear legroom, allowing you to really stretch out, cross your legs, or simply kick back in a more relaxed position. It's a thoughtful touch that elevates the rear seat experience beyond typical compact luxury SUVs, blending comfort, convenience, and a touch of indulgence. Across the board, a hands-free smart liftgate is standard, combining convenience and modern functionality. It operates like a traditional powered liftgate, but the hands-free feature can be enabled or disabled through the vehicle settings within the infotainment system. When active, simply approach the rear with the key fob in your possession. The system quickly detects your presence and signals with a series of chimes before opening automatically, eliminating the need to wave a foot under the bumper like some competitors. This makes loading groceries, luggage, and other items much easier when your arms are full. Behind the rear seat, the GV70 offers 28.9 cubic feet of cargo space, plenty enough for day-to-day essentials or long trips. The spare tire and changing equipment is all located underneath the cargo floor. Raise up the floor and you'll find a wide storage compartment at the rearmost edge, which can be handy if you had smaller items you didn't want rolling around. Standard practical features include a 12-volt outlet on the right side, cargo anchor points at each corner of the floor, and provisions for an available roll-up privacy cover and cargo net. The rear seat can be folded down manually. It's a 60-40 split, adding some versatility when it comes to loading down with passengers and cargo. Operation is simple. Pull the handles on either side to fold the seat flat and lock it in place. Once folded, the flat cargo floor stretches all the way to the front seats, delivering a total cargo capacity of 56.9 cubic feet. Seatbelt holders help keep the belts out of the way, maintaining a clean, flat surface ideal for large items. Well, everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like down below because it really helps the videos a lot. And if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing that as well and make sure those notifications are on. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.